Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rye, and let me holler at you real quick. You might be alone right now, but it's actually a blessing. Understand that the fact that you're doing it alone, you've already eliminated all distractions. There's no distractions when you're doing it alone. There's nobody in your ear telling you how to live, what to do, how to behave, which way you should go, what your plan should be. You set the tone. You create your own blueprint. You don't gotta follow nobody else's. And once you make it to where you want to make it to, now no one can tell you that they handed you anything. No one can tell you who you were, who you are, who you used to be. No one can tell you anything because you was walking through your journey alone. You was doing it alone. You was doing it on your own. That's the best way to be. Now, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be working with people and building relationships and opportunities. But in the first stretch of the journey, I feel like you got to do it alone. I know you have to do it alone because if you accept someone's opportunity in the beginning, in the first stretch, you never got the opportunity to have bodily autonomy, your own autonomy, financial autonomy, bodily autonomy, spiritual, physically autonomy. So now you under somebody else's regime, you never got to build your own character. You never got to set and create your own character. So understand that it's like playing somebody else's game. If you play a game, most games that let's say you playing those story-based games, you're playing another character. You're this guy, you're playing their story. Well, in life, what about your story? What about you? What about what you got going on? So if you automatically attach yourself to somebody else through that first stretch of your journey, if you take the first opportunity, you never got to walk in your own shoes, in your own time, in your own, you never got to walk your own, your own story. You never got to build that because now you telling somebody else's story. So understand that build those relationships, but also it's better that you're doing it by yourself right now, because when you find those people, you have your own characteristics, you have your set of ways, you have your list of things that makes you you. So don't be quick to attach yourself to a team or a regime or a group of people while not knowing who you are, because sometimes you don't know what their values are. You don't know where their faith lies. You don't know what they got in store for you. They might be only using you, so they don't have. So if they're using you, you can't be used by nobody else. A lot of times people just want you by your side, so no one else has access to you because they know what you bring to the table. So they want you on their side, not because they value you, not because they love you, not because they care for you, not because they see you as a person with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They're doing that so they can say, okay, I got them, nobody else does. They don't see you as a human, they see you as a trophy, arm candy, so on and so forth, especially in relationships. A lot of people relationships with people that don't even like them. They just want somebody in the sake of having somebody. And that's very important. So it's very important to ask questions and be intuitive. What do you want out of this? What do they want out of this? Why are you here? It's very important. What am I doing here? Why am I doing this? If you know the why, you know the how, So understand that that's very important. So if you're doing it on your own, you know all these things already because you scraped your knee, you fell down, you tripped up and down the steps. You know what I'm saying? You spilled the milk. You knew you're learning cause and effect. If I do this, okay, don't do that. Okay, do this, don't do that. Okay, do this instead of that. Don't do that instead of that. Now you know all that. So when you build your relationship opportunities, when you coming together with somebody and you talking to them, you know the right questions to ask. You know the right things that you should be asking and doing and saying. Now no one has no power over you because you already know the tricks. Because there's always out there someone looking to manipulate and attach their morals and values onto you. Because when you seek it, whatever you seek out is coming towards you. So when you're in this group of people, they'll pull you into their ways. So when you're doing it alone, now you can say, I did it. Nobody can tell you, oh, okay, yeah, I used to know that person. Even if they did, they don't know that. They only know that version of you. They knew the then, not the now. So it doesn't really matter who they knew. Who are you right now? They can't tell you that, though. They can't tell you who you are now. They can only tell the version of you years ago when you was coming up, when you was a youngin'. Or, however old you are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're old, young, middle age. They don't know the now. When you're doing the now, no one can place their ideals on you. A lot of times when people know you, they get too comfortable. They want to play say, oh yeah, I know this person. They like this, they like that. Oh, they probably doing this. The more leeway you give people when they're at arm's length, they can attach themselves to you, spread rumors, say things, and do things. When you private, when you CCC. CCC. What's CCC, Ryan? Calm, cool, collected. That's CCC. When you're using CCC, they can't get nothing out of you because you calm. Okay, Ryan this, or this, or Joe Schmo is this. Nah, I'm not even entertaining that. If they say you a liar, but you ain't lied to nobody, don't get defensive and say, I ain't no liar, because even if you are, you aren't. They're going to say, why you mad about it? Why you so defensive about it? Because when you're using the first C, calm, they can't get out of it. When you collected, you're not telling everybody your business. You're not letting everybody know what you got going on. So you collected. When you cool, you just like, you only speak when there's a reason to speak. You only speak when there's something valid and something important to add to the conversation. So when you're using CCC, calm, cool, collected, they can't get nothing out of you because people hate people that are CCC. And the reason why I hate people that are CCC is because I want a rumor to spread. I hate that they so calm. Why are they so cool? What's wrong with them? There's nothing wrong with you. You set in your ways. You well reserved, which is how I believe everyone should be, especially if you a dude too, because anger in men leads to violence a lot more than, I'm not saying women that don't either, but women, it's different. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm just saying when there's two dudes and they argue and they cuss each other out, usually leads to violence. Most of the time, it leads to altercation. So when you're using CCC, they can't get nothing out of you. They can't do these things. They can't say these things. So, and people look for those people intentionally to bring out the worst in them. If you're a good person, people want to bring out the worst in you. If you're a genuine person, if you're a person with values, integrity, empathy, character, principles, morals, they want to see if they can break those. So it's kind of like when you're in a relationship, now all the girls want you. Or now the guys want you because they want to see if they can get you to break that vow that you made to that person. They want to see if what your integrity is. They don't really like you. They just want to see if they can break you. People relish in the fact that they hurt that person. That's why you see people laughing about it. There's and look at the content that's out nowadays. A lot of people take value in that they hurt people, and they have no remorse. They take satisfaction in doing these things. So it's very important that you do it alone. I know I'm saying a lot right now, but if you're doing it alone, it all ties to walking your own path and being set in your ways and your own journey. When you make these mistakes and learn from them, people can't get out of it. They have no control over you. They have no say over you because you are walking your own path and you're not deviating from that. That's why it's very important to do the first stretch by yourself so they can't have that power over you. They can't say these things about you. Don't give them a reason. Don't draw attention to yourself. When you're walking alone, don't celebrate every win. Celebrate your win by yourself or like your close friends or whatever, like, best friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, a mom, dad. Set yourself away from your peers because they don't really care that you winning. They only want to check in and see how you're doing so they can build conversation and talk about you. So it's very, very important that when you do it alone, I'm not talking about isolation. I'm talking about doing it alone basically means like you setting yourself apart from the nonsense. Doing alone means it means a no nonsense attitude. It don't mean cut off everybody. A lot of people like, I gotta cut off everybody. Like a lot of this content nowadays talks about cutting off everybody. No. I'm talking about if you have a collective of people that are no nonsense and they about their business like you, keep those people. You need those people so you hold each other accountable on the journey, whatever you're trying to achieve. I'm talking about all that no nonsense stuff. That's doing it alone. Cutting off no nonsense, the drama, the BS, all that. When you do that, no one can get to you. People love talk about the fall off. Look at artists and music. When you're doing good, it's all like, wow, they're really good. But look at how many people make videos. Look at how many videos you've seen about people talk about artists' fall off versus artists' come up. That tells you everything you need to know. No. Look at how many people talk about artists falling off versus artists coming up and how great they're doing. And that tells you everything that you need to know. I'm saying it again because people live for the controversy. People live for the nonsense. So doing alone means a no nonsense attitude. It doesn't mean cut everybody off. Don't cut your mom off, your daddy off. They love you. Well, if you got good parents. Don't cut off your bestie that been there since 5th grade. That's your boy. That's your girl. That's your homegirl, homie. Don't cut off your girlfriend that's been there, your boyfriend that's been there for you, championing you while you was doing the journey. They love you. So always remember, doing alone means no nonsense. That first stretch, you need to build. Find your sound. Find your niche. Find who you are. Because if you're young or if you always been living for other people, you don't know who you are yet. You can be 40 and not know who you are, especially if you've been living for others. Live for yourself. Do it alone. No nonsense. It's time to get active. But hey, it's Rye. Remember that CCC, peace and love always. Calm, cool, collected, always. It's time to win, y'all. We gonna win. We doing it together. And you got this, homie. It's already yours. Say it again, say it again, say it again. We gonna win on everything. Peace, love, and always, man. And love yourself. Be kind to yourself. I know I'm going on a tangent. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. It's your first time living, so do it right and do it the best way to your ability. You got this, homie. It's already yours. I'm going to say it one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. You got this, homie. It's already yours.